This is Spoken by Elswith, a Femdom Hypnosis podcast, Season 4. Hello there. Today's episode is all about feedback, starting with feedback on the winter cuddle session. This is part of a longer email, and I'm just sharing the extra fun part of it. And it's talking about the unintended consequences of some suggestions heard in those cuddle sessions. I think it's pretty sweet. One of the guidelines in winter cuddle was, as the name implies, cuddling. You stated in the instructions, every evening, settle into my side of the bed, hands nestled up and under the pillow, so that you could have unobstructed access to me if desired. Also, the pillow should be lower or flatter than the other fluffier pillows on the bed. From there, you teased and tormented me for 2 weeks, no complaints there. So every night for 2 weeks, I listened to those instructions and always complied. At the end of the 30-plus days, I listened to Pirate Queen, and that completed my chaste period. However, now, more than 3 months after my last listen to the winter cuddle, some things now just kind of happen automatically. I've almost always slept on my sides, both before and after listening to winter cuddle. However, now, when I'm ready to sleep and I turn on my side, my hands seemingly slide up under the pillow to support my head. No thoughts about it, they just move there on their own. If I happen to have an arm stretched out or extended under the pillow, that always seems to recede until my hands are together under the pillow again. If I fall asleep on my back or stomach, my hands and arms can be in any position and move freely. However, the moment I turn on my side, they always seem to settle together under my pillow and below my head. Next is the feedback on the story opener that I shared a few episodes ago. The particular story with the hypnotist and the group of people. I'm choosing just 2 replies to share here. Now, even though I'm only sharing 2, I will say they represent a lot of the emails and messages that I received on this one. The directions that people chose tended to be similar, which I think is a pretty good vote that this does need to turn into a full session. So don't be surprised if you see that coming up soon. So the first response is one I had through email. And this person says, in response to the podcast episode, I believe that the hypnotist would pair everyone off randomly and enjoy the show. Unfortunately, there was an odd number of partygoers, so one unfortunate boy must sit to the side, hands on his head, of course. And afterwards, the hypnotist would have everyone forget the faces of who they were with, but remember the experience, making the entire night truly a hedonistic daydream. Maybe, as you suggested, the story has no ending, as they all had such a wonderful time that they return the next week and the week after, hoping for the same result. And this is in parentheses, except the boy sitting to the side, he may be hoping for a different result. That, I think, is a really fun response to that one. And here is another message that I received. On the story, pairing or tripling or them off to play appeals to me for sure, especially if you flip some of the couples top to bottom and maybe stir things up regarding gender and presentation. Of course, if you don't feel like controlling on that granular level, just declare it orgy time. And I like that because as soon as I read it, I was like, yeah, this tends to fit a theme with some of the triggers and the way that they're worded. And anyway, they go on to say, I suppose setting an orgy time trigger for later would be a delicate matter, technically and ethically, but I claim no expertise. So what do you think? If you feel like your response to that doesn't fit in either of those categories, go ahead and send me a message again. If you have something completely different, I do want to go ahead and show it. Now, today's episode is kind of short because either Thursday or Friday of this week, you are going to have 2 sessions available, and I'm pretty busy trying to wrap those up. So go out, enjoy your day, and find me again later this week, or mosey on over to the website, spokenbyelswith.com, and find something else to listen to. You deserve good things.